Welcome. Today we're going to do a few things to energize the legs and improve stability. So go ahead and stand up and give yourself a bit of space in which to work around you. And as you're getting set up, I want to remind you to always work within your level of comfort, maintain an even breath as you go. We will be using a chair or some support in a little bit, but we're going to get warmed up first. So go ahead and stand up and stand with your feet hip width apart, parallel, soften your knees. I'm keeping my fuzzy socks on today because it's pretty cold here. So keep your knees a bit soft, anchor your feet. And now as you inhale, reach your arms out to the side and up. We're going to bend the knees and just sweep the arms down. Exhale, bend, and then inhale, extend. So just getting some movement through the whole body to warm up. Exhale, bend, inhale, extend. Just maybe 3 times. And then lift up and release your arms down. And now step your feet just a bit wider apart, wider than the frame of your hips. And have your toes slightly turned out, bring your hands to your hips, just tip your hips from side to side. So we're getting a stretch into the inner thighs and loosening up through the hips and the low back, the legs. Try to maintain an even breath. And then come back to the center and step your feet back to a more neutral alignment, feet hip width apart, parallel. Soften your knees and just swing your arms forward and back. And then pump your elbows and swing your arms and pump and swing. We're going to add some movement in the legs. So hug your belly towards your spine a bit to support your back. And the next time you pump your elbows, bend your knees and send your tailbone back. So a little bit of a squat. Just getting everything moving, get the circulation going, and waking up the legs and the feet. And then come back to neutral. Just shake your arms out, shake your legs out. And then get your support. So if you're using a chair, move your chair close to you so you can use it for support to hold on to, or get close to your desk or kitchen table or dining room table to have your support close by. And stand with your feet hip width apart, parallel. Once again, find a focal point to look at in front of you. Hold your support if you need it. And to begin, we're just going to shift our weight from one side to the other. So get a sense of where your center of gravity is. Keep the knees a bit soft so the legs are active. And also stay active in your abdomen. Stay a bit active, drawing the belly in to help keep the low back long and create that ability to stand up tall. And then shift your weight over to your right side. And from here, we're going to move the left leg. As you exhale, lift your knee up. As you inhale, touch your toes to the floor. And don't put your weight all the way back in that leg. And repeat that. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So we'll do maybe 4 repetitions. Okay, one more time. And then anchor into the left. Shift your weight over to the left side and pick your right knee up in front. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just touching the toes to the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more times. Strengthening through the quadriceps, the hip flexors. 1 more time. And then release down. And step away from your support. Just shake your arms and legs out again. And we're going to work the sides of the legs. So I'm going to just angle my chair so you can see me. And you can turn to face your support and have both of your hands on that support. Again, stand with your feet hip width apart, parallel, soften your knees a bit. And then start by lengthening up through your spine. So you want to activate the abdomen, lift up tall, and find a focal point to look at. And then shift your weight from one side to the other. So it's a little bit of balance here too that we're working on. Breathe evenly. Shift your weight over to the right side. Take your left leg out to the side. Just point your foot so you're pointing at the floor, touching your toes to the floor. And then we're going to lift and lower the leg again. So as you exhale, lift it up. As you inhale, touch your toes down to the floor. So I'm going to turn so you can see. So lift and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's try it 2 more times. And then last time, come back to neutral, anchor into the left side, shift your weight over to the left leg so you can extend the right leg out, pointing your foot, touching your toes to the floor. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, inhale, keep the abdomen a bit active, tummy in. Okay, 1 more time, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, anchoring your right foot, and then again, just shake it out. So you got the front of the thighs activated, the sides, and then we'll work the backs of the legs and the glutes. So this time, face your support, hold on to your support with both hands. If you find you don't need support, then reach your arms forward, and I'll show you that variation too. So you're anchoring your hands. Again, stand tall, activate the abdomen to help support the spine. Shift your weight from one side to the other. Shift over to the right side and take your left leg back this time. And try to straighten the knee and just touch your toes to the floor behind you. And then as you exhale, lift your leg and then inhale, lower. So a little bit of a kick back. Try not to hinge your torso forward as you lift your leg. Activate the thigh. You can keep the knee a little bit bent if you need to. Let's try one more lift and then lower down. Anchor into the left. Shift your weight to the left so you can take the right leg back. Point your foot. And then soften the knee if you need to. Find that way that you can stay upright through the spine. If that means you need to bend the knee, that's fine. But try to keep just the toe touching the floor and then move from there, lifting and lowering. So as you exhale, lift. As you inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale. Lift and lower. And then release down, anchor into the right side, step away from your support and shake it out again. And then move away from your support or move your chair out of the way. So give yourself a bit of space to work. And we're going to come back to the hip tips that we did at the very beginning. So feet wide apart, toes slightly turned out, bring your hands to your hips, and then tip your hips from side to side. You may notice that the legs are a bit more awake. You may feel a bit more kind of sense of stability and an anchored feeling through the legs and the feet. More awareness of the core space of the body, belly, back, pelvic floor. All right, then bring your hips back to the center. Soften your knees a bit. Bring your hands on your low back. Cradle your back with your palms and move your hips around in a circle. Just loosening up any crankiness, any stiffness. And then rotate in the opposite direction. And then come back to the center and stand with your feet hip width apart. Parallel, stand up nice and tall. Soften your knees a bit. Take your shoulders up and back just to release any tension creeping up into the chest and neck and shoulders. Shake your arms out. And you can keep your gaze forward or lower your gaze to the floor or close your eyes. So you want to soften your gaze in some way. And then place your hands on your abdomen. Take a moment to draw your awareness inward and connect to your body, connect to how you're feeling after that little bit of work. And connect to the flow of your breath. Breathe in and out through your nose, finding some ease in your body and ease in your breath. And perhaps you feel a bit more stable through the legs. Maybe you feel a little bit of energy, a little bit of circulation, some warmth, some heat in the core and the hips and the legs. You can stay here observing as long as you like. You're just observing. There's no right or wrong. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes and relax. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.